and after detailed, see at least 50% of the members will go through it. So they will have an idea. And as you said, when you stop practice, we can give. I think the Ram Krishnan is doing practice now. This man is not eligible for pension. He will never stop practice also. So you just, all these guidelines may be printed in the TIMA. We go through it. Let us decide in the next state council meeting.
Dr. Varadaraj, I think it's a very welcome suggestion, sir. And the age should not be a bar. One thing more, the pension can also be linked with the insurance for health as it is done by the pensioners, which will attract more, because you do not know who dies at what age, who falls sick at what age. Age is not a proof for health or insurance. So your insurance...
There is no upper limit for the age, sir. There is no upper limit.
No, I am not asking for the limit. I am just saying this can be linked to our health insurance also, the part of the pension. As we are doing the pensioner scheme, that can be linked also, which will be an added improvement. It's very welcome suggestion, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Dr. Thangamuthu Pollachi, sir. உங்கள் பென்ஷன் ஸ்கீம் இஸ் அ பெஸ்ட் ஸ்கீம். அனலைஸ் பண்ணி கண்டிப்பாக அதை இம்ப்ளிமெண்ட் பண்ணணும்னு கேட்டுக்கிறேன். அதே நேரத்தில் இப்போ பேர்னிங் இஷ்யூ வந்து வித்தின் எலெக்ஷன் இப்போ வந்து கமெண்ட்ஸ் ஆகியிருக்கு, நடந்துகிட்ருக்கு. போலிங் வந்து பிபிஎல்எஸில் இப்போ ஆன்கோயிங் போலிங் பேலட் பேப்பர் வந்துட்டுருக்கு. எஃப்எஸ்எஸை பற்றி ஒரு கிளியர் கட் ஐடியா இல்லாமல் கொஞ்சம் வேகாக இருக்குது. மெம்பர்ஸ் என்னைக்கு ஓட் போடணும், எங்கே வரணும்,
இதை பற்றி பேசுங்க. நீங்கள் அப்புறம் அந்த அஜெண்டாவில் அது பேசலாம் சார்.
சார்
Sir, this is about only pension scheme, sir. Please,
sir. Sir, 2 hours தான் டைம் இருக்கு. இதெல்லாம் கொஞ்சம் ஒத்தி வச்சிட்டு அந்த எலெக்ஷனை பத்தி கொஞ்சம் முடிச்சிட்டு
we
will go, sir. ஏனா அது வந்து is a burning problem. Every member must know how to.
இல்ல சார், அது பென்ஷன் மட்டும் சொல்லுங்க சார். Whether you have
is a good scheme.
Thank you, sir.
எனக்கு ரிக்வெஸ்ட் என்னன்னா இதெல்லாம் போஸ்ட் பண்ணி
we'll go through it in detail, sir.
Yes, sir.
Sir, Dr. Raj Rajeshwar from Chennai, sir. We welcome this scheme, sir, because we don't have any schemes like this for those who are having a general practice. We welcome this scheme, but one thing, whatever scheme, this scheme try to launch it before, that is before April 1st, sir. அப்போ இந்த மார்ச்சுக்கும் நம்மளுக்கு அந்த அக்கௌண்டிங்கும் கொஞ்சம் ஈஸியாக இருக்கும் சார்.
Under the
இது வந்து நம்ம டிமால போடுறதுக்கு முன்னாடி ஏதாவது ஒரு இமெயில சர்க்குலேட் பண்ணா கூட எல்லாருக்கும் நம்ம இது பண்ண முடியும் சார்.
Under the state president's guidance, we will form a committee and decide upon the rules and regulations before we circulate to the members.
Right, sir. Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir.
Sir, we welcome this pension scheme. பிகாஸ் ஒன்லி த கவர்மெண்ட் டாக்டர்ஸ் மட்டும்தான் இப்போ பென்ஷன் வாங்கிட்டு இருக்காங்க. ப்ரைவேட் டாக்டர்ஸ் செக்டார் பொறுத்த வரைக்கும் நிறைய பேர் ப்ராக்டிஸே இல்லாமல் கஷ்டப்பட்டு இருக்காங்க. இது உண்மையிலே ஐஎம்ஏ எடுத்த பெரும் முயற்சி, உண்மையே பாராட்டுகளை தெரிவித்துக் கொள்கிறேன். அதே மாதிரி நீங்கள் இந்த கேரளாவில் இது வந்து நீங்கள் ஆரம்பிச்சுன்னு சொன்னீங்க, அதனுடைய ப்ரோக்ராம் ஜிஓவும் இதனுடைய ஜிஓவும் நீங்கள் வெப்சைட்டில் போட்டால் போகிறோம். வி கேன் கோ த்ரூ த வெப்சைட். இமீடியட்லி ஒரு அர்ஜென்ட்டாக ஒரு மீட்டிங் கூட போடுங்க. இது சம்மந்தமாக எவ்வளவு சீக்கிரம் பண்ண முடியுமா பண்ணலாம். பட் ஏஜ் பார் லிமிட் பண்ணாதீங்க. எதுவுமே லிமிட் பண்ணாமல் மெம்பர்ஸுக்கு எவ்வளோ தூரம் கான்ட்ரிபியூஷன் கிடைக்கும் மாதிரி நீங்கள் பண்ணுங்க.
Sir Muthraj sir, even the government doctors who join now, they are not eligible for pension. They are not eligible for. So the government doctors also. Sir, if the FSS chairman and secretary, if they remember, I had suggested during their management meeting that we should have a pension scheme for FSS members, because they get the amount only at the time of death. So till they when they are old and when they are there, to meet the medical expenses, they should have a pension scheme. So FSS also should put out a pension scheme for their members.
Sir, Dr. Kannappan, Namakkal. Sir, welcome pension scheme, sir. But our suggestion, when stopping practice அப்படின்னா அது how far it is going to be implemented தெரியல சார். Fix up a age limit. From 65 years of age you will get pension. அல்லது 70 years of age. அந்த மாதிரி ஏதாவது ஒரு ஏஜ் ஃபிக்ஸ் பண்ணுங்க சார். Let them practice whatever little practice they are having, let them have the practice. But pension வந்து from this age and fix up the amount. This much of amount you will get from this age. So ஒரு meager amount 5000 rupees ஒரு
ஏஜ் லிமிட் வந்து starts from 60 sir. Pension will start from 60 or the age where he wants. அது கொஞ்சம் ஃப்ளெக்சிபிளா தான் வெச்சுக்க முடியும். அப்புறம் அந்த அமௌண்ட் எவ்வளவு நீங்க சப்போஸ் இன்சூரன்ஸ் கம்பெனில நீங்க வந்து 5 lakhs போடுறீங்க 10 lakhs போடுறீங்க, depending upon that you will get the pension.
So அந்த டீடைல்ஸ் எல்லாம்
and the interest rate also will be calculated according to that.
So அந்த டீடைல்ஸ்
எல்லாம் வரும் சார், வரும். It's only broader out. We'll send it in all the details.
Okay sir, thank you.
Selvarajan Virudhanar sir, it's a welcome initiative. இந்த என்ட்ரிக்கு வந்து ஏஜ் சர்டிஃபிகேட்டு இந்த மாடாலிட்டிஸ்லாம் நல்லா கொஞ்சம் முதல்ல ஃபார்மேட் பண்ணிக்கிட்டா நல்லாயிருக்கும். ஸோ தட் த ஃபியூச்சரில் அந்த அட் த டைம் ஆஃப் டிஸ்பர்சல் இட் வில் பி ஈஸி. ஏஜ் ப்ரூஃப் சர்டிஃபிகேட்ஸ் மற்ற எல்லாமே.
Sir, Dr. Dunstan Ramesh, Kanyakumari IMA. It's a welcoming project, sir. At the same time, he stops practicing in his own clinic, but he may attend many projects or can be a medical officer in other projects. So who is to be monitoring these functions? He may be a project director. He may be a medical officer in a NGO functioning in a remote place. So he shouldn't do that also. It should be taken into consideration.
This pension scheme will have a structure and it will be having its functions. The modality and before forming the structure and the functions, we will have an expert committee including the LIC, one expert in the insurance scheme and also an expert in statistics, and all these people will sit together. Then only rules and regulations will be formed, because pension scheme, everybody has got so many doubts, including me, and all these things have to be sorted out to make this scheme viable. So that is more important. That needs the interaction of the economist, statistician, insurance person and ourselves, and it will be operated by the IMA Tamil Nadu as a separate scheme, and naturally president, secretary and others will be in the committee.
Nice.
And all these things will be, you will see, it will come to the notice when the rules and regulations are formed.
Thank you, sir. Thank you.
Sir, Dr. Karthik Prabhu, sir. Sir, we welcome this pension scheme, sir. Only one small suggestion, we have to fix up an age limit, and after that age we can start giving pension. And if at all, if this can be incorporated with the FSS scheme as FSS plus or anything, sir, wherein the death benefit will be there until the death, after this particular age we can also give pension. Just have a
That
thought.
we'll consider that, sir.
Thank you, sir.
டாக்டர் மன்னர்மன்னன் சேலம் சார். கவர்மெண்ட் ஆஃப் தமிழ்நாடு இப்போ பென்ஷன் கொடுக்க முடியாமல் வந்து மந்த்லி பென்ஷன் ஸ்கீம் கொடுத்துட்டு இப்போ கான்ட்ரிபியூஷன் பென்ஷன் கொண்டு வந்துட்டாங்க. 10 வருஷமாக அப்படி தான் நடந்துட்டு இருக்குது. இப்போ நாம் வந்து இந்த சுச்சுவேஷனில் எந்த மந்த்லி பென்ஷன் ஸ்கீம் கொடுக்க போகிறீங்களா இல்லை கான்ட்ரிபியூட்டரி பென்ஷன் கொடுக்க போகிறீங்களா? நம்பர் 1. இல்லை எனக்கு அப்புறமா கிளியர் பண்ணால் போதும்.
Contributory. It is contributory pension scheme which is being run in several countries already.
Okay.
And other insurance companies also doing that.
Okay. Which
Mannar, the feasibility and everything will be studied, and your money will be taken care of by the pension scheme. And if you put certain amount in the age of 58, if you want to pension at the age of 67, your money will be lying for 7 years now. And what amount that money acquires in the schemes, that will be given you as the pension. That is a contributory scheme. Unga amount da, and whatever your money earns will be given to you. And IMA will be the custodian, that's all.
கான்ட்ரிபியூட்டரி பென்ஷன் மீன்ஸ் 50% வந்து எம்ப்ளாயர் போட்டானா 50% எம்ப்ளாயி போட்டுட்டு அதுக்கு 80% போட்டு தராங்க.
அது ப்ராவிடன்ட் ஃபண்ட்.
இல்ல ஐ அம் எலிஜிபிள் ஃபார் தி கான்ட்ரிபியூட்டரி பென்ஷன்.
நீங்க வந்து சொல்றது வந்து இப்ப கவர்மெண்ட் பென்ஷன் ஸ்கீம் சொல்றீங்க.
ஆமா.
இது வந்து the way the Kerala is working out and national pension scheme is working, both will be combined and we will evolve our scheme.
Thank you.
President sir here, Dr. Abdullah. I have two things to say. Earlier, I am welcome this scheme with the whole heart. The first, there are two things we have to say. One is the Doctors Welfare Fund. Earlier, we spoke about Doctors Welfare Fund. And now, I am a pension scheme. Both of them look one supplementary to one another.
No, entirely different. Entirely different.
Government.
Government.
No.
Government, custodian will be the medical council.
No, what I am saying, only supplementary.
This is an IMA project.
Both the scheme, of course, both the scheme, the doctor will be benefited when he is living.
Yeah, that's right.
That's what. And secondly, what I want to say, there are so many pension scheme presently available by the private health insurance players. We can prepare a chart comparing those things with our IMA Kerala pension scheme, whatever we wanted to emulate. So that we can discuss and form.
We will move very cautiously.
Best out of all these things.
We will move very cautiously, as you have suggested. Shall we go to?
Only one suggestion, sir. Please call economists, people who are in the field, and then do
Insurance
it.
people, economists,
because
statisticians.
we have wasted a lot of time on this issue, and this is also going to be a scheme which might harm the FSS. So please take all these things into consideration have a closed door meeting and then give it to every member, because still now there are a lot of people in the FSS who does not know or even aware that they have to pay every year, and that is for each death after 10 years. This is a status of the medical fraternity. Please, sir.
I am surprised to see an expert like Ravi Shankar, how he got confused. FSS comes in only when a person dies.
Sir,
Whereas this scheme is for a living doctor.
Today there are
living doctor.
members who want the
Living,
money
yeah.
even when they have not died. Do you know that there is a member who asked my office, na photo anupata அப்படின்ட்டு.
Sir, you put forward your scheme for this state council. Say some drawbacks and everything will be there.
Worked out,
you,
sir, worked out.
You work out,
Yeah.
you close the session and go for next session.
Thank you, sir. Thank you.
I also concur, sir. As Ravi Shankar, what he said, that also is to be considered.
So I fully agree with Dr. Ravi Shankar's
Vijay
views.
Ratna will be the last person.
Because so many schemes are coming. You are getting so many money from members. So it is very difficult to continue the scheme in later years, in 15 years. Think of it, discuss it, don't pass it urgently. Thank you.
We will move cautiously, Vijay Ratnam. The next will be, we will be discussing about the IMA CGP sonology course. Anything? Nothing.
சார் இப்போ நம்ம பிஎன்டிடி ஆக்ட் எல்லாம் தெரியும். we are running so many courses in IMA CGP. அதில் வந்து லாஸ்ட் டைம் ஜெயலால் கூட சொன்னார், ஆந்திராவில் வந்து IMA is running the sonology course and we like to follow that also. We can run a sonology course with the government approval. Government approval இருந்ததுன்னா we can run this course and it will be useful for our members.
Sir, President, sir, and Secretary, already we have given so many memorandum to the government of Tamil Nadu for organizing of the so many schemes. So this is a scheme our Secretary will definitely will support. We select some of the 6 center or 7 center in Tamil Nadu run by the IMA, and we want to approve by that. Definitely, not all the hospitals. At least we must select 6 center and faculty team and put that. Definitely we'll get. Zone wise we can.
And my request to Dr. Muthurajan is he must
Definitely.
enlist all our memoranda 1, 2, 3, 4 and you have to follow it and you will be reviewed in every state council.
No, regarding this also we must not
Yeah.
given the proposals.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir. And regarding the memorandum submitted to the Chief Secretary, Home Secretary and Health Secretary, I have talked already and we will follow it through. Next will be the IMA welcoming the girl child. As you are all aware that the government has changed, save the girl child, now we have to welcome the girl child. And you know, Protection of the Girl Child Act and other things have come in. Child sexual abuse has become a grave offense and punishment is more than 10 years. That also have been elaborately discussed. Doctors Welfare Act model I have gone through. Clinical establishment we have already discussed the thing, we can skip. Now is the question hour.
There was a question from one of the member whether the electricity tariff at Karnataka has been reduced from the commercial act to the domestic tariff. But I have verified with the Karnataka IMA President Secretary, both the President and the past, there is no such thing has happened in Karnataka. Just I want to clear that. And Dr. Bhairav Ratnam's question, how many branches conducted the elections? We already.
Sir, regarding the electrical tariff, if the clinic is conducting within the office campus, that is exempted, even in Tamil Nadu. We have a GO with Dr. Our PPLSS chairman, the previous PPLS chairman has filed the case and that report has come for a hospital run in a house setup. If you are running a OP clinic, the residential area, that is only having the...
Do you have a copy of the...
Yes, I will send you the copy.
Please send it, please.
No, there is a rider in it, sir. It should be less than 100 square feet. 100 square feet கம்மியாக இருக்கிற கிளினிக்கு without any inpatient, without any other facility, domestic tariff இருக்கு. I got the order.
Please give it.
நான் domestic tariff தான் pay பண்ணிட்டு
கொடுங்க,
இருக்கேன்
we
என்னோட
publish in
clinicல.
the TIMA that.
Yes, sir.
For the members. Sir, உங்களுடைய question we have already talked about that.
Or sir, second question.
Sir. What are the norms and of the state elections?
Sir,
ஸ்கீம்
Respected President sir, can I elaborate on the regarding the constitution book? What are all the what do you call anomalies in the constitution? What are the things? Can you allow me? Or you have to come to only last?
Sir, so why now, sir?
Huh?
We will go by the agenda.
Agenda, yes sir. That's why my question.
Ah.
Question itself is here the election of the office. It is suggested and accepted to conduct all the election state office wings and schemes simultaneously in a single time. When the state office election is conducted, the scheme and when the election will be conducted from 2020. It is barred. If you can answer it, but anyhow it is, as I am talking from the constitution book. And the other thing is, in that itself I told you, 13th page number 69, it is under the process, it needs further discussion. Then how can you put it in the nomination form qualification like this? Last time I think regarding this, I don't want to take more time because you have to finish it. I was allowed to contest in first time itself along Dr. Vijay Kumar, I withdrew. And then I was allowed to conduct contest with us. So many things are happening, ups and downs. Yeah, what you call anomalies are so many.
Sir,
So-
you are the Constitution Amendment Committee member now.
Okay, sir.
You come out with a list of things to be
Yes, sir, that's
corrected.
why I am asking you, let the
Correct.
people aware of it.
And-
See, I want to request the people,
And-
please support me, I am going to come bring the order.
Your turn will come, we will call you.
Right, for the question I asked. So question asked by me, that is why I am coming. You see, Dr. Bhairatham only has asked the questions. Regarding this, so pardon? I don't know, okay. So, that is why it should be corrected, sir. And another thing is, sir, everything should
Sir,
go...
you have put a question there regarding Constitution.
Ah.
When your turn
What is
comes,
your-
your turn comes as a Constitution Committee member.
That also not communicated to me so far. Thangavelu told.
See the website,
Okay,
sir. See
okay,
the
right.
website, sir.
டாக்டர் தங்கமுத்து பொள்ளாச்சி இந்த டிஎன்இஆர்சி 2010 வந்தபோது தான் ப்ரொஃபஷனல் ஆஃபீஸர்ஸ் டாக்டர்ஸ் லாயர்ஸ் இவங்களுக்கு வந்து ஹோமில் அட்டாச் ஆகி ஆஃபீஸ் இருந்தால் டொமஸ்டிக் டேரிஃப்னு கொடுத்தாங்க. ஆனால் அதுக்கு பின்னால் வந்த டிஎன்இஆர்சியில் வந்து அது வந்து மோர் தேன் 200 ஸ்கொயர் ஃபுட்டுக்கு மேலே இருந்தால் இட் வில் பி கன்சிடர்ட் அஸ் கமர்ஷியல்னு இப்போ ரெண்டாவது அதே டிஎன்இஆர்சி மாற்றிட்டுது. ஸோ தட் ஜிஓ வாஸ் சேஞ்ச்டு நவ். அதை வந்து எல்லாத்துக்கும் தெரிஞ்சுக்கணும். எஸ்
Sir, as this issue was already
More than-
talked to
it's a
by
second
Dr. Tangamuthu. That is, in a residence, a consultation room less than 200 square feet, consumption less than 100 units, domestic rate. Next, shall I request Dr. Sivakumar, Viluppuram, to is there what the two projects he has selected, he can come and mention it. Dr. Sivakumar? டைம் எடுக்குமா? Now can be adopted by the IMA Tamil Nadu along with Exnora as Dr. Sivakumar as our coordinator, and Exnora Tamil Nadu is willing to offer their support. And two projects I suggest is Clean Street, Doctor Clean Street, that is wherever wherever a doctor is there in the street, he can plant any number of trees of his choice, and he can look after those trees and make his street green and clean. And the trees will be supplied by the sources like Exnora and the Forest Department.
One is to see that mosquitoes are eradicated, which is not an ordinary project. This we need the cooperation of the government, Exnora and IMA. Slowly we will start thinking and start coordinating with each other and see. Then the streets in which we are having hospitals and homes, and we collectively form a team which go around, see that place is cleaned with the help of municipal health and government. And these are very few things that are thought now. I will come back to you through Tima News in detail, so that I will coordinate with each one of you, so that we will have a better public
relationship in the future. Dr. Muruganathan, please.
President sir, I'm pleased to inform you, I was the past state vice president of Exnora, state vice Exnora, and Nirmal is very much interested. Recently I met him. He said he will come to our meeting and then give all the proposals. In fact, we gave during the Doctors Day award, during my presidency, we gave an award to Dr. Nirmal, Mr. Nirmal. So Nirmal is very much enthusiastic and energetic about it, but he wants every doctor to be actively involved. He will only give the project. He will not give any sponsor. Of course, IOB, so to a certain extent, they will sponsor some programs, and depending on the programs, I can also prevail upon him and make sure that it is done, because I am also an active Exnora member and a state vice president.
Sir, we are glad to have you as a sponsor for this project, sir. And Dr. Sivakumar can coordinate with Dr. Muruganathan, and whatever help in terms of support, finance, and the trees and everything you can get through Dr. Muruganathan, sir. Thank you. Thank you very much. Next, any other question? Next, pudunga. Sir. Now I will go to the reports of the IMA wings. IMA CGP.
Respected President and the dignitaries on the dais and off the dais. And we got, I think many of you would have read in the agenda book. The last module of the diabetology course for Madurai Center was held on Sunday the 11th January 2015 in Madurai IMA. The valedictory function was held on that day at 1 p.m. in our IMA hall under the presidency of IMA President Dr. K.N. Shaul Meet. The office bearers of the IMA Madurai branch, coordinator Dr. Parthiban, faculties Dr. Vadivel Murugan and Kumaravel sir participated, and they were honored suitably. The last module of the diabetology course for Chennai Center is to be held on February the 8th. It's already over, it's conducted and completed. The last module of the oncology course is to be taken up on 15th March, and the examination will be there after the March in April most likely. The examination for the endocrinology course is already completed, and the diabetology course for Madurai Center and also for the Chennai Center is completed. For the oncology course, it will be taken up in the month of April. For all other courses, we already completed the examinations, and once they receive the certification from the, of the getting their results, with the permission of the President and Secretary, the center will be selected and will have the convocation, and will request all the members to come and personally attend the convocation. That is a state of affairs.
Thank you, sir.
And we request our members to motivate their younger generation and also their kith and kin to motivate them to join the various courses so that they can, they can educate, they can enrich their knowledge in the various branches of medicine. So which is mandatory and which is an absolute necessity in these days. Because our people are very well knowledgeable by going through the net materials and also Google, and they go through and they ask so many questions. So it is our duty to make our younger generation to be well equipped with the knowledge in each and every branch of medicine. For that, this IMA CGP is doing a lot of work, and our coordinators and faculties, they are doing hard work to prepare themselves to make the subject update and then present it to the the participants. So with this, I thank our state president, secretary, and our past president, Dr. Bala sir and others. Tour to Tokyo. And I take this opportunity to congratulate our Dr. Raja Rajeshwar, have been selected and even elected as a IMA CGP headquarters secretary, following the footsteps of Dr. Abul Hassan. He was also here and then elevated, and Dr. Jailal sir and all the people. Like that, we got our Dr. Raja Rajeshwar as a IMA headquarters CGP secretary. I congratulate him, and I take this opportunity to congratulate our state past president Dr. Bala sir and our secretary Dr. Raja. This is a great achievement on the part of the IMA Tamil Nadu state branch. Has got the best branch in the all India basis, and the best state president and best State Secretary and our Dr. Balasubramaniam and Dr. Raja, and I want to just present them with a little memento. Kindly permit me to do it.
ஏன்னா உள்ள என்ன இருக்குன்னு தெரியணுமா? Now I request the subsequent wings office bearers, they can tell whatever they want to tell the State Council apart from what is reported in the agenda book. So please brief, be brief, sir.
IMACGP headquarters is next. We are planning to have a tour to Tokyo in the month of May end or in the first week of June. So in a couple of weeks time we will be getting the itinerary for our tour to Tokyo, which will be soon published in the next TIMA. Thank you, sir.
I would like to add one more thing as the course coordinator. We are introducing another new course which will be very much useful to all practitioners, that is fellowship course on cancer palliative medicine. You all be aware that IMA Erode is successfully functioning terminal ill cancer center in Erode. There we are going to have a fellowship course, 1 year course, under IMA CGP headquarters banner, and will be very much and will be very skillful. The score fee is already published. It is 40,000 rupees only, 1 year course, and will be taught to do all kinds of epidural anesthesia block and paracentesis, thoracentesis, so many procedures which can be useful to reduce the pain and suffering of terminal cancer patient. I wish all the practitioners would realize the importance of this cancer palliative medicine in today's scenario, and please join this course.
Not only the cancer palliative course, sir, we are also having our postgraduate diploma in emergency medicine with George Washington University and international pediatric certificate course from Sydney University, Australia, and other fellowship certificate courses like reproductive medicine from our own Dr. Saravanan of this IMA Chennai Perambur branch is the course coordinator for reproductive medicine, and other fellowship courses are also being introduced by IMA CGP. In the next month we will be launching about 8 fellowship courses, which you can just view in our website www.imacgpindia.com, and another new course is also being introduced, that is our State Secretary was talking about the ultrasonography course, which is already being conducted at Hyderabad. We have already got the syllabus from Hyderabad, sir, and soon we will be starting up our ultrasonography course also, sir. Thank you very much.
Sir, these 2 courses, emergency medicine and accident, and also palliative cancer, these are all the need of the hour, and all those having a nursing home can join in any one of these courses. That will become very handy to enhance their practice. Now Dr. Sundaravelu of AMS.
Respected President, sir, our first batch of emergency medicine course is over, sir. We have conducted the exams, all have cleared. Our next batch of AMS emergency medicine will be on the, sir, President, sir, it is on the 29th March, sir. It's not on the 8th March. We are going to start on 29th March because of the election. We are going to start on 29th. Second batch of AMS course is going to be started on 29th March, sir. Second batch. Right, sir. Thank you. I request all the doctors to join the emergency medicine course and get benefited, sir. Thank you, sir. Thank you.
Good afternoon. As the chairman of IMA AMS, I would like to congratulate the branches who have been conducting regular programs. I had a very good report from Vellore branch IMA AMS, and they have conducted a very beautiful symposium in January. And my own branch, Chennai City branch, I was very happy to have our revered president celebrating our 5th anniversary. And every month we have been conducting the symposium. He enjoyed our program, I think. And on the 14th of February, we had invited a speaker from abroad, Professor Christopher Matthias, and he spoke on symposium on exploring the brain, which was attended by more than 100 doctors. I suggest that all branches which are functioning well start an AMS chapter. Enroll 23 members and make it a chapter so that you will have more people joining it from the specialities. We should tap the talents we have in our specialities. And once you do that, it will be a wonderful thing. On January 26th, on Republic Day, I had the joy of visiting Nagarkoil when Siva Hospital from Ithamoli, Dr. Shivakumar, started his branch in Nagarkoil, and it was attended by Dr. Jayalal and Dr. Balagan Raja also, and they proposed to start AMS courses as accredited by our AMS chapter. So once again, I invite you all to enroll more members into AMS so that IMA membership will be more increased and we'll have a very successful year. Thank you and God bless you.
Next, I request IMA Nursing Home Board officers Dr. Anbarasu and Dr. Sridhar. Sir, now Professor Kamraj wants to say something about AMS.
Now, if you remember right, during our installation, I have requested you to take up the courses to have better recognition at the university level, so that it is just, it's our own certificate, and we are giving, I don't know whether it is having a same that of a correspondence course given by university, postgraduate diploma. You said it's under consideration and we are taking it up at a state level. Because the courses should have a better recognition, it should be accepted as a by medical council also. Only then it is recognized. Now the government has come up with strict laws to regulate sonologists. Unless they have a proper qualification, they cannot conduct ultrasonogram or something like that. I don't think this will be equivalent to any government approval for conducting specialty, especially sonology.
Sir, your request and your suggestions will be considered, sir. I will talk to you, sir. And you can put it in a writing and send it to me, sir.
Sir, IMA CGP courses are recognized by the Martin Luther University of the Meghalaya. And what we suggest is ultrasonography goes in permission with the government of Tamil Nadu, only we have to conduct the course. Because in Andhra Pradesh, the CGP course conducted on ultrasonography is approved by the government of Andhra Pradesh. So with your good office, we have the very close relationship with the government. This proposal should be forwarded that IMA is willing to conduct the courses in different areas, different sector, and if IMA is conducting the course, that should be approved. The GO of the government of Andhra says the IMA CGP conducted ultrasonography at par with it is conducted in the medical college. So please take up this issue and talk with.
You got the copy of
I am copy of that. We will give you the copy. Follow. IMA is close to government. IMA is government. So with that, definitely we will be able to get it and in your field. Okay. Thank you, sir.
Manivandan Salam, sir. Sir, IMA CGP is conducting many courses. AMS is conducting many courses. There should not be any overlapping of courses, sir. So that no overlapping should be there, sir. Because
sir, this is CGP is for general practice, you know very well. That is empowering a person who has stopped with the undergraduate level. We want to empower a person who has just stopped with MBBS for various reasons. He could not take up a formal postgraduate course.
Yes,
that is CGP. AMS is for the specialist who should not slogged, and he also moved in the upward. There should be
for example, in accident,
AMS.
In accident and emergency,
there is clear-cut demarcation. A GP knows what are the things he can take up and do effectively, and a specialist knows, and he specializes in his own field.
Yes, sir.
So no overlapping or no demarcation.
Yes, sir. We welcome this ultrasound course in IMA CGP, and state office to take steps so the other doctors who are in rapport with government.
Sir, regarding ultrasound is the one thing which everybody wants to have. Physicians,
because in periphery it is very difficult to get ultrasonologist. So I welcome this course, sir.
Thank you. Thank you.
And with the approval of the government.
Respected President,
dignitaries on the right, off the right.
சொல்லிட்டு உங்கள்ட்ட
Sir, on 17th of this month, last month we have attended government's meeting, and on behalf of President and Secretary, Joint Secretary Muthurajan and myself attended, and assured IMA will give all the support for the swine flu and dengue prevention and any infectious disease. Government is expecting more from IMA, and we assured our President and Secretary and all the members of the IMA will give all the support to the government, sir. And one more small request, all the nursing homes are now facing out of 2,500 junior doctors who are coming out from the college. Out of 1,900 doctors are sitting in the library. Only very few people are coming to the practice. This scenario is going to happen continuously for another 20 years. There will be a big problem in the practice side, sir. So when we are requesting the junior doctors, they should also spare some time to practice and be attending the nursing homes and the private clinics, so that the healthcare system will not be penalized. So this is a small request, but what we have to request the junior doctors to do it, sir. Thank you very much.
Speak, Mr. President. Sir, we have supported the government on the swine flu and other infectious diseases. Please take stock of the situation. Who benefited by the exercise of the government and the IMA? It is the Bharat Scan in Chennai which has conducted 2 lakh for the swine flu. What is going to happen is swine flu is going to spread to the community, and innate immunity is to be developed in the community, and then it is going to stop on its own. For this purpose, by overblowing all these programs where we don't have definitive success achieved in polio, definitive success achieved in smallpox, but definitive success is not going to be achieved in swine flu. Therefore, let us not say no to the government. At the same time, as men of science, we must also realize what we can do, what we cannot do. That's my humble request to the audience.
Sir, I don't think Professor will be a silent spectator. When more than 817 people die because of swine flu, a professor like Dr. Chandrasekhar, will he be closing his eyes?
Sir, I am not saying close your eyes. Just don't overplay. That's the exact thing I said. Because you give in the mind of the people that if you vaccinate yourself, you will protect yourself. The moment 48 hours, the immunity and antigenicity of the swine flu changes. Therefore, the vaccine that is given this week is not effective in the next week. See, you give some ideas to the public and they simply bombard you. I totally agree with you, sir. We should not be a spectator. I take your advice and respect your advice. At the same time, we must know scientifically what we can do, what we cannot do.
Your caution is well taken, sir, but in fact, the IMA interaction with the government is well appreciated.
President.
And I only asked Dr. Muthurajan and Dr. Anbaras to attend the steering committee for the swine line dengue. And in fact, the minister and the health secretary appreciated the contribution of the IMA in this meeting very well. They said, in controlling and containing swine flu and dengue, the IMA is fully with us. That kind of an appreciation we received, sir. Right.
Mr. President, as far as the swine flu is concerned, the scare was created. Last week in the global inauguration of the meeting, there was a CME, and it was given by a professor who is an American board twice. He said, the way he talked, at the end of the day, we all got scared. See, that was a scare he has given. He has given that unless you vaccinate, death is imminent. The people who are born after 1955, all of them are susceptible to swine flu. Before that, the swine flu has already come, and they have come natural immunity, like people like us. But those who are after 55, they are prone for this. So you have to get vaccinated, otherwise death is imminent. It is so dangerous. The way he talked, by the time I came out of the hall, I felt so scared about my family. So the scare is created by the specialist. Please condemn that. See, that is the what Dr. Chandrasekhar said. We do not scare unnecessarily. That's the point.
Thank you, sir. Good afternoon, everybody. Dignitaries on and off the dais. With the time constraints, I'll swiftly go through. Next. NHP congratulates Dr. Varadarajan for being appointed as Senior Director in the Hospital Board of India, sir. We salute you. Next. Sir, new members, that is totally 44 for the 3 months ending. Total, today it has crossed 3,700. We have given certificate for the 3,702 members.
renewals have been more than 120. Next. And before I go into it, there has been a suggestion from the FSC regarding raising the subscription fee. It is well taken, sir. Kindly permit us to go to our general body and come back to you with a favorable statement. And I will not go into the figures. As per the request of the Finance Standing Committee, we had 9 lakhs in the savings bank account, 7 has been shifted to the FD. Next. Again, the same thing. These are the expenditures we have incurred over the past 3 months. Next. Events of the quarter, discussion with the Star Health officials, clinical establishment talks on 16th February, meeting with the Health Ministry officials on 17th by the Chairman and the Joint Secretary of IMA, GIPSA talks at Coimbatore going on, and the negotiations with the companies for EMR. I'm very happy to say even today we had discussions with them. They have promised to come back with a common rate. Details I will elaborate to the state office. Next. And these are some of the photographs with the insurance authority. Since the state office has already elaborated these things, I am just skipping them. Next. And as suggested by the Finance Standing Committee, we have changed the model of the NHB journal into book form, and this is a cover. So we thank you, sir, for giving us the opportunity. Then next. And I have introduced this because most of the doctors now have an Android phone. The Nursing Home Board has come up with this WhatsApp journal which comes every week with one single topic as a JPG image. I hope it will be useful to the members. Next. These are some of the snaps of the NHB meet at Erode. I take this opportunity to thank the office bearers, the state leaders of Erode for making it into a grand success. Next. This is a letter from the Tamil Nadu Health System Project Director, Mr. Shanmugam IAS, inviting the willing hospitals of the Nursing Home Board. They will be offered training by the TNHSP on entry-level accreditation. Messages have gone out already, mails have been sent. I take this opportunity to invite the willing hospital owners to give us their JM numbers in SMSs. Next. That is a Erode meet, thanking them. Next. This is for the 104th Nursing Home Board meet, Kanchipuram. I request the Kanchipuram office bearers, Dr. Saravanan, Dr. Jivanandam, the others, to come and say a word of welcome, sir. Just to say a word of welcome to the meet. Please come fast, sir. And as they are coming up, I am happy to announce for the NHP meet at Kanchipuram, Mr. President and the Secretary, we are very happy to say we have a star invitee, that is the Chief Executive Officer, Dr. K.K. Kalra Singh, who is coming in from Delhi and will be amongst us. We can put forth our suggestions. Chief Executive Officer of NABH. And I take this opportunity to thank people like Dr. Nirmal Frederick, Dr. Ravi Shankar, who have made a stellar role in arranging this personality to come down from Delhi. So we have other people like the project director, Mr. Shanmugam, Captain Kamachi, the DMS and ADMS possibly, and Star Health Executive Director Prakash. All these people will not be just decorating the stage, but they will be giving you useful talks. Over to Dr. Saravanan. Welcome.
Respected President, dignitaries on the dais of the dais, on behalf of IMA Kanchipuram, we welcome you all to the 104 NHB meet. So I take this opportunity to thank the State Office and Nursing Home Board for giving us the opportunity. Thank you. We are also holding the 30th zonal meet of paramedical on the same day, 22nd March. Thank you, sir.
These are the topics which will come to you in due course in mail and WhatsApp images. For registration, these are the people you can contact. You can contact the NHB office, or you can contact the state office or the IMA Kanchipuram leaders. Thank you so much.
Sir, first most important thing, we have to place on record and thank the project director for taking our request of including all the IMA NHB hospitals for NHB accreditation number 1, sir. On your behalf, we have invited him. He has also agreed to come. And we will follow it up. Dr. Kamachi wants all the informations of the private hospitals to be published. He is willing to send his team. I have requested on your behalf that he also comes, sir. Now I thank every one of you the NHB places on record all the state office bearers and all the past of people who are totally responsible for the Clinical Establishment Act's smooth running. I wish the same spirit continues, sir. Now, I will send a individual thanking letter to Mr. Shanmugam, Kamachi and others for helping them for the clinical, for including the NABH accreditation. Thank you, sir.
I request the state, Mr. President, sir, the NHB has done a yeoman service. The last 2 months, along with the state office, they were able to finalize the deal with the Star Health Insurance, and that is a great step forward which we have taken. So we would like to congratulate the entire team of IMA, the team and the IMA NHB for that. Equally, the commitment with which the IMA team and the NHB is working for finalizing the Clinical Establishment Act is very, very pertinent. And I am sure under your such a close leadership and stewardship, we will be able to get a good establishment of Clinical Establishment Act. And the Finance Standing Committee, there is one report says the NHB is so generous enough to give 1,500 to the state office. So it has been approved, sir. Finance Standing Committee report has been approved. So I would like to congratulate the NHB for their gesture of giving some more money to the state office. So this coordination will continue forever for the IMA. But you don't increase the membership for your members too much so that you should not lose the membership, sir.
Sir, as long as insurance is there, the members will be there.
He has confirmed the increase in receiving the money. More than that, please permit me to write a letter of appreciation to Prakash also.
Sir, the one thing I want to tell the members, still many people, they think the accreditation is not for us, it is for somebody else. It is for everybody, it is for everybody, it is going to be there. And the insurance companies in the meeting which I attended in Hyderabad, they were repeatedly insisting on at least entry level accreditation for all the hospitals, which IMA and NHB is very willing to cooperate. Kindly give your names to the state office or to the NHB office so that we can have a meeting along with the project director.
Sir, we have received so far more than 300 numbers, sir.
And also, kindly before you all leave, register yourself for the next state council meeting, state conference at Vellore, Timakan 2015 at Vellore. So kindly register yourself, sir.
Sir, be clear about three things. One is, insurance has come to stay, no escape. Even now, for payment of 12 rupees per year, the common man is going to have 2 lakhs insurance. That is in the budget. Though this budget is not a favorable budget for health sector because 7,000 crores have been cut. Last year allotment was 39,000 crores. This year the budget they have sanctioned only 33,000 crores, a cut of about 6,000 crores in the health sector. But even then, many people will come to the hospital for the insurance with the insurance card. And throughout India, the government, union government is insisting on NABH accreditation. We have talked to our Tamil Nadu Health System Project Director along with Professor VVR, who is very close to him. We met him along with the Nursing Board officials. அவர் என்ன ப்ராமிஸ் பண்ணியிருக்காருன்னா நர்சிங் ஹோம் போர்டு மெம்பர்ஸுக்கு the norms and terms will not be very tough. We will discuss and we will have a threshold level or entry level norms and standards for all the members of the Nursing Home Board, Tamil Nadu. And they will become Nursing Home Board NABH members, accredited members. So we satisfy the statutory demand of the government by becoming the NABH accredited hospitals. So we have made the path easier and the credit, as Dr. Jailal has told, goes to the Nursing Home Board, Tamil Nadu, as well as the state office. And in the final discussion, we all combined together and we have put in the trust as a single force. Thank you.
Sir, regarding the accreditation, all these things, NABH accreditation and Star Health policy, everybody says minimum 20 beds. That is accepted thing, I know. But our secretary and all others say it is not 20 beds, even for the smaller hospitals. I put a request to him to see there for so many times, it must be even smaller hospital. But they say yes, it will be considered. But till today, it is only for minimum 20 beds.
So I want to have a clarity in that, because they should not say after that, it is only for 20. That we all know that according to that. But you promised that they will do it. But when they will do it, because most of the thing has come out in printing.
Sir, Dr. Sridhar, as the meeting was going on, I had a call from Dr. Prasanna, Star Health, apologizing for not communicating before. He has clearly stated they are having a separate module for single specialty hospital where the number of beds will not be stressed.
For single specialty, there is no bed as an ingredient of.
And they have accepted our MOU basically in toto. Thank you.
You can have even 4 beds and you will be empaneled.
No, not only single specialty, even so many hospitals practice in so many specialties. We are having a lesser number, 10, 12, all those things are there in our setup in our Tamil Nadu, which about which you also know, I also know. So for that, what we are going to do, what IMA is going to do, that's what I am asking.
Mr. President, to put it more explicit, he wants to name the specialities which will be called single specialities. When we talk to...
No, he is talking about the bed.
Beds they have accepted. Beds they have accepted, sir. Single speciality, number of beds will not be a criteria.
Sir,
Forget about single specialty. He wants the bed classification.
sir, we are in the process of discussion. So far we have succeeded. This point also we will take and try to get the
Yes,
maximum
sir.
benefit, sir.
Yes,
We'll
sir.
actually,
Yes, sir.
I am coming one by one. He has told me so many times, but I am also telling him so many times. Please slowly continue.
President, sir, only
President,
one thing.
for a GP, you see, specialty is different. A GP, a single MBBS doctor may have a 5 beds or a 6 beds. For him also you have to get it. That you have to specifically mention. Otherwise, dermatology can have 1 or 2. But at the same time, GP may not have a 20 beds. GP, MBBS.
It will be clarified, sir.
Yes,
It will be
okay.
clarified.
President, sir, only one suggestion is that we have been talking about this NHB accreditation for quite some time. We have to move forward. We have to plan, NHB should make a roadmap till what month, what is the steps to be taken, so that at least by this year.
Last
with this
last
year,
time,
it
myself,
should be
Secretary
complete.
Professor VVR went and met the IAS, Mr. Sanmugam IAS, who is in charge of this insurance scheme. He said, I will involve IMA, we will sit together, we will form the minimum standards, including Dr. Sadagopan's request for the classification of beds for empanelment and all those things, and your suggestions will be taken into, and I request, I will ask Dr. Raja to contact Dr. Sanmugam and fix a date for the discussion of the minimum standards with Sanmugam. No?
Sir,
We will discuss
again,
with you
I
and, he is
have
coming
discussed
on-
with the NABH official at Hyderabad. He said he is very much willing to work along with us, especially with the TNHSB, Dr. Selvanayagam and Dr. Ravi Babu is there already. He is going to contact us, and we already got about 300 members, those who are willing to come for an update and a training program, how to go about this. The ball is started already moving, sir. We will definitely
That's
have a
right.
time plan and do it.
Yeah, we should have a roadmap, not only that.
And my request to the nursing home board and other the negotiators is, NABS should not suggest an agency which ask the hospital to pay more. We must in NABH, if suggest some source who will train us for the NABH accreditation, that must be a competent company with a minimum payment. You have to work with that idea only.
Mr. President, this morning also I have had discussions with Dr. Nirmal Frederick, who himself a inspector, NABH inspector. What he has offered is at a preliminary level, it will be brought to the notice and think of in a proper writing to the state office. NABH will train leaders of NHB and IMA at zonal level, 4 or 5 people every zone, who in turn go and train groups of hospitals. This way the cost can be cut. So the elaboration of the details will come forth in the coming weeks.
So the matter of accreditation, NABH accreditation, not percolated to the branch level fully. So there's somebody else also suggesting it. People are not sensitized fully, so that you can instruct all the branches to hold add in the agenda of a particular
You
meeting
include it, yes. You include it in the zonal meet.
and report to the state office after the meeting.
Okay, it will be included in the zonal meet to be held at Erode. Yeah.
Sir, regarding NABH certification, it's a private agency. First of all, it's not a government agency, it's a private agency. specifying the norms for standardization. Why not we have Tamil Nadu government form a committee and have certain norms of standardization? And NABH standards to maintain, you have to maintain lot of records, and it doesn't translate into real service to patients.
Sir, that is I have told you no, NABH norms are very much on the higher side. That is why we have discussed with our state who is looking after
Another
the...
thing, sir, by insurance, we are paid very minimal
Sir, please wait.
amount for the
Sir,
service.
when I am talking, you are not supposed to talk.
Yes, sir.
Your question is NABH standards are unattainable. That is
Sir.
why we had negotiation with the Sanmugam IAS. He said, we will discuss with the IMA and we will dilute the standards in a way that the entry level norms and standards for the NHP members are at a minimum level, and I will ask the NABH to accept these norms. That is what the negotiation that has passed on.
Sir, your point is already discussed very well with us, with the government, with the project director and with NABH. A government is also feeling that NABH standard is very high. Now we want to enter, they want to train all the people. So they will come to some understanding, some positive understanding. Now we need not imagine problems. Once we join there, once they start teaching us, we will know what is the common problem, then we will discuss with them. Sir, now we are not entering into anything. Let us not discuss here on behalf of the government. Once they come...
Sir, உங்க பேர் சொன்னீங்களா சார்? Please tell your name for record purpose.
Kannappan.
Sir, இது வந்து சார், already we myself and Bala attended the symposium last year. Government of Tamil Nadu has already published a booklet, entry level 1 criteria for accreditation. When we gone through that, it is not something difficult. It is achievable, and it is they want to streamline everything. That's all. ஏதோ பயங்கரமா என்னமோ பெரிய விஷயமெல்லாம் இல்ல சார். நீங்க வந்து படிச்சு பார்க்காம பேசுறீங்க. It is achievable, and also we are there to
working
look
in a
after
hospital which has got the first NABH certification in a government setup in the whole of South India.
அதான் சார், which is achievable for entry level for our members. நம்ம மெம்பருக்காக சில விஷயங்கள் நம்ம பேசிட்டு இருக்கோம் சார். கண்டிப்பா we will do that.
And then regarding the tariff, insurance tariff, if we get the certification, the tariff should be enhanced according to the standards we maintain. And the,
sir,
and the insurance people, they keep on
that is all
reducing.
completed. It's been 2-3 வருஷமா பேசியாச்சு சார். திடீர்னு அது வந்து yearly every once in 2 years we are going to revise that.
I am little different, sir. The entry level NABH is already, it is a finalized one. What are the objectives, what are the standards, all that is there in the website, and there is many hospital has now started applying for that also. But that equipping the hospital and enabling the hospital to either go for entry level or the small hospital level, or this has to be done by NABH, by our NHB. That is my long term desire. Till with the 3 or 4 doctors, we will not be able to do that, sir. Please enroll, appoint a hospital, master of hospital administrative qualified people, the people who are involved with the various companies promoting NABH. NHB should do that. Let us not depend on someone else. We can appoint 4-5 master of health people or the administrative people or MCOM people who are involved with NABH works, and these people will be available. Sir, today my hospital, I am paying nearly 8 lakhs for a private company to train our staff to apply for the NABH. There is so much of amount of the private companies. But our NHB should rise to the standard. But we are professionally competent people, but only we need some workers to do that. The hospital should appoint 3 or 4 people who are well versed with these people, and any hospital, if my hospital wants to do NABH, I must apply the NHB, and you must do that things. So the state office should rise to that level.
My dear President, only one small request. Nursing Home Board, FSS, PPLSS, all these have their own general body, their own problems. When you discuss so much of Nursing Home Board, these people will not come for the Nursing Home Board meeting. And I think it is only a Nursing Home Board meeting, not a State Council meeting. There are so many persons who do not have a nursing home and coming from a rural area to listen what the President and the Secretary is going to do for the poor sector. Kindly please close this subject and go to the next one.
Only one final thing, sir, President, sir. Dr. Kannappan saying that NABH is a private body. It is not so. It's a NABH formed by the Quality Council of India. It is a government body with autonomous power, like medical council.
It's a body recognized by the government. It's a body recognized by the government.
Thank you, President. I am Dr. Nirmal Frederick. I have been associated with NABH as their principal assessor for the last 8 years. So I find it so interesting here that so many members are interested in NABH activities, but a lot of misconceptions also there. It is, as Dr. Abul Hassan pointed out, it is a government body. The Quality Council of India is formulated similar to Planning Commission, helping in the quality activities to the directly under the Ministry of Family and Health, Family Welfare and Health. One. Point number two, people pointed about the consultancies charging to the high amount for helping the members. But as hospitals, we always have hospital administrators or supervisors to help the medical personnel to run the hospitals. So there are so many standards, entry level standards, the progressive standards, the small healthcare organization, and the main standards for hospitals above 100 beds. So anyway, hospitals are investing so much money on infrastructure development and staff, HR resources, and this amount directly should not go to the private agency who help the hospital for accreditation. What we in NABH feel is training your own personnel and then implementing the quality accreditation through your own personnel helps the hospital in the long run. The moment you seek the help of a third party for accreditation alone, once they leave, after giving you the certificate or some problem, they leave you in the middle, the hospital is at crossroads. They can't even progress because their understanding is very limited about the standard. Somebody pointed out it's a huge standard. No, there are 800 hospitals already achieved, another 1,200 have applied, which means it is achievable. The only point hospital owners or proprietors have to take is get knowledge about it. NABH offers one-day course for doctors and administrators to sensitize them, to make them aware of what is exactly there in the standards and what is expected of them. So once they attend this one-day program, which is at a nominal cost of 8,000 to 1,000 rupees, even I offer to negotiate on behalf of NHB to train our members so that there will be exclusive course for our doctors by NABH faculty alone. This will be a one-day course. And subsequently, if the members want to go forward, they can go for this 3-day course. It's called implementation course, where the administrators or senior doctors of the hospital can be trained. This again, it's a direct NABH faculty trained course. So this 4-day program is enough for a person to get sensitized, aware of the standards and start implementing in the hospitals. The worth would be around only 50 to 60,000 rupees, which is at least 10% of what they give to a private agency. I think that is all.
Thank you, Dr. Nirmal. And
I fully agree with Dr. Nirmal, but I beg to differ. It's not enough 4 days, you cannot train a hospital. Unless we understand what is our gap and how we are going to standardize the gap and how we are going to do that, it needs a minimum 2 to 3 months of constant work on that.
sir, I know in spite of Dr. Nirmal's sweet-quoted words, government hospitals, administrators themselves felt that it is very cumbersome and lot of paperwork is involved. And as Dr. Jailal has said, it involves on work. He said 3 months, even 6 months, several hospitals are working on it. And the expenditure will not stop with the 50 to 60,000. It will be more than that. And I think when the government, Tamil Nadu government says, we will work out standards and we will accept it for our insurance schemes. Initially, we will go for, as Dr. Kannappan said, we will go for it first. As Kannappan fears, NABH standards are a bit tougher. And my request to Dr. Nirmal is, when he goes to the meeting, tell them that to make it somewhat easier for rural hospitals and small hospitals. Next, I will request paramedical course, Chairman Dr. Ravi Kumar.
Respected President, Secretary, dignitaries on the dais and off the dais. Very good afternoon to you all. So we just wanted to put forward only 2 things. Next slide, please. Next. So regarding the books for the courses, IMA paramedical wing is going to come out with the books for all the courses. Already we have books only for 2 courses. and we have nearly about 10 courses going on. For all the courses, we are going to bring up the books. Regarding that, we had a meeting next with the course coordinators, who are the people who take the courses, and we had a meeting at Coimbatore 2 days ago, and they have given suggestions, and we have also put forward to them to come out with all the suggestions, and maybe in the next State Council meeting we will be giving the status of the books which we are going to come out. Next. And practical training for the staffs, already the training is going on in many institutions for the staffs of the hospitals who are working. And I would like to congratulate Dr. Anburajan, Vice President of the South Zone, for conducting such programs in Tirunelveli. Nearly 3 programs he conducted in the last month. Next. Next. So training courses in the hospitals. Previous slide, please. We have been talking about the accreditation and all. So once the standards comes, then digitalization is an important, and we have to digitalize, and communication is very, very important. So for that, we have to train our people to stay back with us, and regarding that, Secretary will tell, we have a program and we would like to have the course in the IMA paramedical wing. Regarding that, the Secretary will tell.
Good afternoon, one and all. So there is a service organization which is an international organization, and an organization in Coimbatore called Cheshire Homes, which is an organization running from 1967. What this trust does is they identify differentially able people, bring them, assess what kind of disability they have, assess their IQ levels, see their how much functional work they can do. They give them training in leading centers, vocational training, and place them in job so that the differentially able people can make their livelihood. Such 400 people are placed, and they are also placed in some of the hospitals in Coimbatore. So Coimbatore IMA went to that Cheshire Homes meeting with their chairman and all those people, and it found to be very useful for our people. So then we discussed that we can also bring in such a course in our paramedical wing. For example, there are courses called physician assistants. In hospitals there are various jobs like lift operators, telephone operators, canteen people, and even if with a reasonable IQ they can also do courses like physician assistant courses. So if we can start a course specially for...
What to do now?
Because of the short time, we have sorted it out, and there may be a small mistakes in 1 or 2 places. But I will verify from the office that actually all the 3 ballot papers have been placed in the ballot paper. I don't know whether there is anything missing. If it is noted, we will see. I will order for this, and I will see that paper can be, with the permission of the election board, we will replace that for the PPLSS purpose of the voting paper.
Or otherwise, we will ask the member to send the ballot paper back to the office. You can send one set of ballot paper to the same member. Once again, another set.
That's a good suggestion.
Sir, we will call back the ballot paper from him. We send a new one.
Definitely we will do that same. Or we can send it back and we will see that it's done.
Dr. Jalal, please.
Okay, thank you,
because
sir.
we are constrained with the time. Yeah.
Constrained with time, sir, but the election is a very important issue. But we are not, I'm sorry to say that the clarity is still lacking. You do not know when and what, how to do, if there is, some issue has been raised, if the ballot is changed and how it is done, all these things. And whenever we do an election commission, chairman is coming before an election, in the state council it is mandatory who are the candidates who are elected and who are conducted. We do not know as on date who are the candidate contesting, who are nominations are accepted, who are nominations are rejected. And there is a set pattern in the state council and what are the criteria to accept a nomination and reject a nomination. There are people can contest for 3 times, 4 times. So we are accepting on one nomination, rejecting on one nomination, issues are coming, lot of issues are raised. But state council is the forum, at least you should now come forward and forthrightly say these are the candidates who are contesting. As on date, we do not know, the state council do not know who are the candidates who are contesting, who are the candidates as a final nominated list of the members contesting. So please make it clarify. And constitution wise, we say that all the elections should be conducted preferably on the same day, time. but now we are dividing into two, but we can't divide into three. You conduct an election, count the paper, and again conduct an election after a week will not be good. And whatever be the election conducted, the counting and declaring the election should be, it is better on a day of a common day. But this consensus should be aroused in the state council. At least a resolution should be passed in the state council on this issue. Go ahead with that.
I'll
sir.
answer this.
Regarding Dr. Mohan Das, this thing, see, a term means, suppose a office bearer is elected for 3 years, previously it is 3 years, so that is one term, 3 years is one term. Now it is, they are elected for 2 years. Say that is announced, say you must always, please note, that election was announced for 6 months president and for 1 year president. There is no, so that is a 6 months president. He is elected for that post. No, no. I verified, but that is not so. But that is a different question. The problem, all the problems started because all the schemes started calling for invited members. When the invited members are called, whether they are eligible to contest, the question is there. That is not correctly followed. That is why calling for an invited member is a சொல்லாமா இன்வைட்டட் மெம்பர்னா கூட்டத்தால் வந்த ப்ராப்ளம் தான் அதெல்லாம். இன்வைட் மெம்பர்லாம் மேனேஜ்மெண்ட் கமிட்டி மெம்பர்னு சொல்லிட்டு கவுண்ட் பண்ணிட்டாங்க. தட் இஸ் ராங். ஸோ நோ கான்ஸ்டியூஷன் ஆல்சோ சேஸ் இன்வைட்டட் மெம்பர்ஸ் ஆர் மேனேஜ்மெண்ட் கமிட்டி மெம்பர்ஸ். ஸோ தட் இஸ் a wrong thing. So all these things you have to correct it.
Sir, I will ask Constitution Amendment Committee Chairman, Dr. Gunasekharan, Co-Chairman, to take all these points and we will, wherever there is rectification is needed, we will rectify it as suggested by the honorable members. We will do it, sir. And now, sir, because the marriage party wants all those things, may, with the permission of Dr. Sadagopan and Ravi Shankar, I will ask the Constitution Amendment Committee Chairman Gunasekharan to be brief and let us go to the
Sir, one minute. Dr. Dunstan Ramesh,
any other important matter?
Kanyakumari IMA, Kanyakumari represent Kanyakumari, sir.
Sir, sir, we will look by the
Sir, Jananayaga நாட்டில் எல்லாருமே வந்து எலெக்ஷன்ல கண்டஸ்ட் பண்ணலாம். But once they hold the post of the state president, after having the highest post in the state, அதுக்கப்புறம் why they are coming to the other units like
sir, these things will be looked into by the Constitution Amendment Committee.
Sir, in the general body we have to make a change in the constitution.
Definitely we will change it, sir.
Right, sir, we will have to change, make a change.
Your suggestion is noted down.
Suggestions should be, sir. Should be, sir. Thank you.
Now, Chairman Dr. Gunasekharan.
Good afternoon, sir. In the absence of our chairman, Dr. L.P. Thangavelu, as a co-chairman, I am taking up this agenda. The Constitution Amendment Committee meeting will be, exact meeting will be conducted later. Any of our members have their own grievances or their own amendments, they can write to the Constitution Amendment Committee either directly or through our State Secretary. And also we want to stress that already it has been given in the previous Constitution book 2012 by Dr. Sadagopan that one man, one post should be adhered strictly, except managing committee members, district coordinators and CWC members. It is given in page 38. That includes not only the president, the past president, immediate past president, president-elect and all the members sitting in the dais, and also the chairman and secretary and treasurers of the respected wings and schemes. Except these district coordinators and managing committee members and CWC members, all others should not contest again without resigning their post. That is, it means. And also, no local branch can nominate one and the same member for the two posts. These are all the two important points. And we will give in the next book, amendment book, what are all the office bearers, exact name by verbatim will give. And also we request the PPLSS and the FSS to prepare their own bylaws
வேணாம் கொஞ்சம் இருங்க.
in the next meeting and submit to the amendment committee. With these few words, I thank all the members.
Now I request
Excuse me, regarding this constitution.
சார் அவங்க அப்புறம் வெயிட் பண்ணிருக்காங்க. Vote of thanks by the branch secretary.
Next state council will be at Pudukkottai, East Zone. They are accepted. They are given. South Zone முடிச்சிட்டாங்களா சார் இவங்க? இல்ல இப்ப யார் சவுத் ஜோன்ல யார் எடுத்துக்கிறதுக்கு தயாரா இருக்காங்க? சரி சார், இப்ப சவுத் ஜோன்ல யார் எடுத்துக்கிறதுக்கு தயாரா இருக்காங்க? நீங்க எடுத்துக்கிறீங்களா? சரி, ஓகே, வில் வெயிட் தென்.
Thanks to the IMA state branch to give the Perambur branch this opportunity to conduct this state council meet. Thank you very much.